and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. The farmer and the Doug.
The farmer and the Alex.
Hi-ho, the Mary-o, the farmer and the Doug. The farmer and the Alex.
The farmer and the dog.
That's William. He got his mic on. Her and his mom, I guess. That's good, that's good, that's good. Hello, everybody, and welcome into Thursday, June 8th, 2023 edition of Ken Stout Live with the Zoom Homies. Zoom Homies with Ken Stout Live. I am your host, Ken Stout. No, my last name is not Live, contrary to what some people, Doug Betts, believes. It is actually Ken Stout. We do have Sam, William, Alex, eating a banana, Tim, Greg, and Chris with us. They're muted. They can't be heard just yet. I'm getting ready to open that door and we'll see how that goes. So here we go. Hello, everybody on Zoom. Sam, William, Alex, Tim, Greg. Let's see how your audio is looking. It crossed over on YouTube. Oh, you know what? It's not, you guys weren't heard at all. It's on. It's just somehow I got turned way down. So let's go with an audio check from Zoom, please.
Audio check from Zoom, please.
I think that might be pretty close. We'll wait and see what the feedback is from Zoom. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's day went pleasantly well.
There she goes.
Or as well as could go. Hello, William's mom in the background.
He's waving to you.
I don't know if he can see me or not. I need to change my background. Birthday is over. Let's go find something appropriate here. What shall we? Don't think we want the winter scene in the middle of June. Let me go find something else here. I got on my senior discount shirt. Do I have that one for a background or not? I don't think I do. No, in fact, I know I do not. I could go with this one. I think I will go with this one. It's pretty calm.
No intro today, Ken?
Actually, there were 3, 4, 5 intros today. Did you not see them?
I did not. It said waiting for the stream, and then your thumbnail that says I just watched the Ken Stout video, and then it seemed to jump straight into Zoom. I didn't see
Well, I need to inquire about that because I've been messing around. After we got off the phone, I did come in here and get it set up so that I could have a few changes. I've got to ask the YouTube chat, was there an introduction? You know, come to think of it, I don't think Brian Lightfoot's played because it wasn't on.
It went straight to you from what I saw.
Oh, you know what? No, I turned on the macro. Oh, no, I didn't turn on the macro. All right, well, we'll do this again then. Oh. Give me a second here. I got to think.
no need. We're already out here. Your intro is way too long.
And enjoy the waiting room. So I'm going to briefly churn. Actually, I'm going to bring this over here on the big screen so I don't have to stare. And
You put him in the waiting room.
I did. And I'm going to make some hosts here in a minute, not to put him in the waiting room, but in case something happens. So bear with me just 1 second. I got to go here, then I got to go there. Then I got to put this back over there. Now you should still be seeing. I hit the wrong button. Did I kill the stream? Damn, going it. This is not going well at all. This is almost going as well as my visit to the doctor went today.
I dread smoke coming in my area.
It once again kicked over to there. What in the world? No, the macro ran. I don't know what's going on. I thought I clicked the macro. Anyway, I added 2 little features that I timed out in OBS, and now the macro is really running the way it should run. So I'll let that go ahead and play out. And while that's doing that,
6,
I will
4, 3,
do this.
2.
So I'm about to assign co-hosts. It's just keep an eye on chat. You know who the regulars are. If someone comes in with a funny name, don't let them in. Just remove them, and that will be fine. Somebody's getting some work done outside, it looks like. And I'll be the one. I'll take care of anyone that gets put in the waiting room. But anyone that shows up that we don't recognize to be in here, because I did get a report that it actually did happen today, and that's because whoever started the Zoom chat this afternoon forgot to go into the settings and make it private by enabling the waiting room. So, Alex, when you're back, I'll ask you a question before I make a decision. I guess there's audio still? I don't know. I guess there's audio. Yeah, that's working. No, I thought I changed my background. Did
How can I
not
help you,
change my
Ken?
background? Hold on, I need to figure this out. It's showing the birthday cake still. Even though I know it's not the birthday cake. That's crazy. You guys see the ocean on my Zoom background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alex, I'll make you a co-host only for the specific purpose of putting someone that comes into the Zoom chat in the waiting room to be let in. It is not for you to put Josh Kinder in the waiting room. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now I got to go figure something else out. Well, I'm figuring that out. You guys go ahead and let me know when Greg gets back, please. Or is Greg back? Why is this showing this? This is weird. So Sam will appreciate this. After I set up the stream with the regular stuff, which is schedule it, go into my channel, make sure it's good, and I start OBS, I go into YouTube first, I go into the outro, make sure it's good. I got to looking around at a couple other things, and I was trying to figure something out, and I couldn't figure out why something was working. Imagine that. And then it finally dawned on me. It's because I do have scripts that I've actually put into OBS, and that was what was running my timers. So I tried to work with them. That probably took me a good 35 minutes to work on that. And I think I've got it figured out, although it didn't play that time, so it gives me something to work on tonight. This is weird. So, Greg, how bad was the bombing today? You said someone bombed Zoom?
Yeah, it sounded like a couple of girls just playing around, asking me, turn on my video, turn on my video.
Yeah, they just got a hold of the cred somehow, and since it wasn't private, they just came straight in.
And the dancing girls.
Yeah, that's what it was, Chris. It was the dancing girls, I'm sure. I was at the hospital, and I just couldn't do anything about it. So, necessarily
I
want
was just
that.
letting you know, that's all.
Oh, I appreciate it. That I wanted to get that message to you to shoot a screenshot pretty quick, and then I guess everything ended pretty abruptly, so that's fine. It almost leads me to believe we're just going to go ahead and go with Plan B, and we'll discuss that more again tonight. So now I'll re-pop chat out and go catch back up with chat. So Tim, are you at liberty to discuss your deal you've got coming up?
Not on YouTube.
All right. Try.
I kind of want to wait for them and let them make the announcement.
Right.
I don't want to step on anybody's feet right now.
Sure, I understand. Tony Wallow was first. Chris Garrett was second. Chris Garrett was first to hit the like button. I currently have 3 likes. William Dawson was third. Sam was fourth. It looks like Bobby Warren was fifth. Yeah, nope. Greg, you were sixth. Bobby beat you in by mere seconds, it looked like. He said, "Hey, Chris Garrett," before you said fifth place. That sucks. I did a little bit of cleaning up on some messages that were there. We, as we all know, are not going to discuss that on this channel. And I will remove the comments that pertain to such things. And if it continues, I will remove said person. I don't need to point names or say anything. I think we all know who I'm talking about. And if not, it gets done again, then I'll go from there. Throw away old creds. Yeah, I got a lot to do, Tony. Tony just sent me a message. I did see Mike Wojcik, I believe. Yeah, there's Mike. Hello, Mike. He checked in right before the show started. Tony's going to stay up to try to watch. I thought Carrie did shows that start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon our time. Ran Israel. Hello. Good to see Ran. It's got to be late in his... Do what?
They do start at 4.
That's what I thought on the Eastern. So I got to ask Rand where he's from. If he could put that in chat for me, I'd appreciate it. Yes, Alex, you were going to say something.
I was just gonna say, Chris, I know you watched Carrie today. Probably did you think he, and I did too, did he ever notice, do you think he ever noticed that the issue was fixed after installing the AMD driver?
I don't know.
I don't think he ever did reinstall it. He uninstalled it and that worked, but its problem still ain't fixed.
I heard something about there was a notification people were trying to tell him.
No,
They need to tag him if they're trying to tell him.
I had something to do right at the end. I had something to do before the end of the stream, so I went back and I rewatched the very end just to see just to see if he got it fixed. And at the very end, he got it fixed. It was full screen on the capture card.
He's running no AMD drivers, just Microsoft basic drivers.
I know that I seen him install the AMD driver. I just wonder if he ever noticed.
So he did or did not install AMD drivers? You're contradicting one another.
He uninstalled it. He never did reinstall it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So he installed the AMD drivers. They didn't work. He uninstalled them.
Right.
Gotcha.
Well, what was pre-installed from the factory?
I have no idea. I didn't watch it.
There were 3 apps AMD that he uninstalled, so I don't even know what they were.
Probably whatever came from the factory.
I missed the first part.
Hello, Rick.
Hello.
Something about today being June 8th. Oh, yeah, it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I was going to put together a little thing for you, but then I remembered a veiled threat you made after hours, so I thought, I'm not going to do that. Honestly, I ran out of time. I was still going to do it, but I was going to play Jose. Boomer. That still cracks me up. But anyway, happy birthday to you, my friend.
Thank you. I'm only gonna be here for 35 minutes. I got some friends that want me over, so
Well, go celebrate your
second
birthday.
birthday party. This one,
Well, that's good.
yeah, I just told them I wanted to be home by 1. I don't want to be up all night at 55 years old.
Why not? I'm up all night at 64.
I've
mean-
tried staying up all night, and I make it till about 3 o'clock, and I can't go any further.
I have nights like that, but then I go in there and I try to sleep and I can't do it. So it is 4:14 in the morning where Ran Israel is. Man, that is early.
I got a pretty nice wake up this morning. 3:30 this morning, I hear really loud static. Well, turns out one of the kids left the walkie-talkies on because they got their cell phone taken away for being bad, so they've been using walkie-talkies, and they were left on because at 3:30 this morning I hear really loud static. It goes on for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then I try to call my mom to ask her to go turn them off, and then when I call her, I get some really weird message. It said like this number's not available, but the number was not her number. It was like 318 blah 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 blah. I don't remember what the actual message is, but only possible thing I can think of is that somehow those walkie-talkies were interfering with the cell phone signal or something. And when I tried to explain that to her this morning, if she thought I dreamed it, I said, no, I can show you my phone where I called you at 3:30 this morning. And sure enough, and when she talked to Dad, and Dad said, oh, the walkie-talkies were on. He got up and turned them off. So
I don't see how they can interfere unless they were transmitting.
I don't know how I heard that message. I heard when I called her number earlier, but after I got up, I tried to call her again, and it was like it worked like normal.
Any possibility you missed her number at 3:30 or 3 o'clock, whatever time it was?
No, because because it says I called her contact. It says Mom at 3:24 this morning.
Okay.
And then when that happened, when I got that message on her number, I tried to call some other number. I got Microsoft and Amazon saved in my phone, so I tried to call them, and it worked. So
Might have been just a glitch.
Could be. Bobby Warren wants to know how the appointment went. My doctor's appointment was very long because the left hand of the VA hospital was not talking to the right hand of the VA hospital. I got my blood drawn. I saw the doctor, and doctor says, "Oh, wait, you did not have enough blood drawn." I said, "Yeah, they only drew one vial. That seemed kind of odd to me." And she says, "Do you mind going back?" I'm like, what's my other option here? And she says, "Well, you can come back next week." I like, "Well, I'm here. Pretty much still have most of the day. Let's just go ahead and do it now." So we had to go back down for the blood draw. And the lady at the blood draw place, she was like, "What are you doing back?" I'm like, "I've got to get more blood drawn." The doctor put an order in. She's tapping away. She goes, "Oh, yeah, here it is." So I actually beat from the second floor down to the first floor to the blood bank, to the blood draw area, faster than their internet. Whoa. So, yes, go ahead.
And a couple of days ago, I did a live stream from my old Android phone.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We can talk about that after the stream. To continue. So I go back in.
Well,
what? Do you not understand? We're not talking about that?
yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. Oh, 10-4.
Alex.
Pretty clear about that. So where was I? Oh, yeah. I go in and get my blood drawn. And I get another tech today, or another tech this afternoon for this. Key word there was this afternoon. Because because we had to wait forever. He goes, "Didn't I see you in here a little bit ago?" I said, "You did." Apparently there was not enough blood drawn, and I didn't say it to be mean. I was stating a fact because that's what the doc had told me. The tech that drew my blood, she says, "I drew what was on the orders to draw." I was like, "I understand," because the doc even said that it looked like the system didn't do like it was supposed to do. Had the system done what it was supposed to do on the 26th, I wouldn't have had blood drawn twice today. So the guy goes, "Well, I'm about to take like 7 vials of blood from you." I'm like, "Well, just leave me a little so I can drive home, please." He thought that was funny. Anyway, they drew
Maybe
their
they need an
blood.
Alex cheek.
Do what,
They need
Chris?
Alex cheek to fix it.
They
need Alex cheek to fix their system.
They need to do something. So they drew the blood. We go back up, and we had to wait about an hour, and she comes out, and I have results right here for all 18 blood vials they drew today, which was actually 8. Good news is doctor is pleased. Good news is they're not changing my medication. Good news is my A1C actually dropped, believe it or not, which is great because I kind of anticipated it going up a little bit based on the last 90 days, how we've been consuming, what we've been consuming, the amounts we've been consuming, blah, blah, blah. I was happy. She was happy. I got to go find the participants list because I have it blocked. Okay, that's Jeff. I got it. She was really happy I'm dropping weight. She's not going to put me on Ozempic. She said if I had to go up in medication, the next thing would be Jardiance. And then the next one after that would be Ozempic. But she said, right now, your numbers are fantastic. I said, so you're not really worried I'm still in the 7s? And she said, no, it is acceptable. She said, we had that philosophical discussion again about the diabetes industry wants you to be at some ridiculous number of 5.7. Well, if you can be where I'm at, she's fine with it. I'm fine with it. I feel fine. Blood pressure was like super good. Like 120 over 83 or some low. I'm like, are you sure you took that right? And she was like, yeah. Speaking of that, I got a trainee today. I never want to get a trainee again ever in my life. I think if I go back and I see it's a trainee, I'm going to request for someone that's not a trainee. I mean, I understand we have to have sacrificial guinea pigs. I do not want to be one of them again. It's just that simple. That poor woman. Oh, she was a good nurse. I will give her that. What she wasn't good at was reading the screen, and she clicked, instead of going next, she would click on finish. And when she clicked on finish, it would kick her out. And the guy that was trying to teach her, he's like, no, click on next. So he finally said, he apologized 10 times.
Yeah, let me give you some advice. Don't complain because it could be worse. Because every time I go to the hospital, get my refills done, that's what happens to me. Because every time I go to the hospital to get my refills done, there's always someone new in there with the doctor. Some new student training in there with the doctor.
Yeah. And I understand that, but this wasn't with the doctor. This was with the nurse taking my vitals, and I had to, because it's my annual checkup. They had a laundry list of things they wanted to ask, and they've added to that. And after the stream ends, we can discuss some of that, because it's not that it's not suitable. It's the way I handled it was kind of funny.
I thought they wasn't properly trained.
Do what, Chris?
Sounds like they wasn't properly trained.
Well, she was new, and I mean, I get it from a nursing perspective. She was good. She's reading a computer screen, and she's got this questionnaire she's got to ask me, and then it doesn't it would help if when she clicked an answer, it would click over to the next section. It doesn't. You have to manually do that. So Yeah, pincushion. Funny Rand mentions that pincushion. So I suggested to them, I said, why don't you get the programmers to rewrite that so that it will just kick over and you don't have this confusion. They checked my feet today because, I'm diabetic, and diabetic people do have sometimes feet problems. Knock on wood, I do not. And he says, now I'm going to take this, and he holds this thing up. It was probably a good 3, maybe 4 inches in length. He goes, I promise you it won't hurt. Anytime someone tells you, I promise you it won't hurt, it's going to hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
Exactly. So he goes, now I want you to lift your foot up off the ground. I'm like, okay, how far? He goes, I don't know, knee high. I go, right. That ain't happening. So we negotiated that for a minute. He takes that thing and he goes, now I'm going to touch your foot. I swear to God, I jumped out of the chair. And he goes, sir, I barely touched your foot. I said, it hurt. I felt it. He goes, well, you're supposed to feel it. I said, yeah, but you said it won't hurt. It hurt. So I think he adjusted how much pressure he was applying, actually. I got through that with flying colors. Yes, I was a pincushion on both feet. Seriously. I got lucky I had blood drawn out of the right and blood drawn out of the left arm today. I got lucky. They were both pretty good. Oddly enough, the woman on the right, I didn't feel that needle. The one on the left, no, the other way around. I felt the one on the right. I didn't feel the one on the left, but I felt every time he changed the vials, which was weird. Because I've never felt that until today.
Yeah, usually you don't notice that.
No, I did today.
I've given blood enough times that a little sting in the arm or whatever doesn't bother me. Where I don't like it is when they got to do an IV in the back of the hand.
Yeah,
Oh, I
don't
hate
like
that.
that
That's what
either.
they did when I was in for my colonoscopy. Oh, God. Oh.
I had to have that done last time I had one, and I didn't like
But
it.
sometimes my veins won't stand up enough in the arm, and here in the right arm, I've got so much scar tissue there for all the years of giving blood that some days the vein just wants to go hide. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, overall,
I had a male nurse do mine, and he was so slow at it, and that's why it was so painful.
Oh, one of the ones that go, okay, I'm gonna, and just takes their time.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I'm just sitting there wanting to jump off the bed. And he asked me, would you sit still? This is going to take long. I said, yeah, would you hurry up? I'm like, oh my God, no.
Or you get the one that you tell them how to do it.
I've never done that, but I like those nurses. They just go in really quick. You don't feel a thing. They're putting tape on, they're done. This guy was just, painfully slow.
I remember one time I was at the hospital in Augusta, Georgia, where we used to go to the doctor and getting some blood drawn for something. And the little girl doing it was pretty new. She wasn't a trainee, but she tried 3 times and couldn't get it. And then finally she had to go and call an older nurse, and she got it the first time. But shit happens.
Yeah, Ren, I've
I've
been in
learned
those
not to-
shoes.
I've learned to try to take that good naturedly as I can.
No, I get when they're new and they're first starting out, and especially when they're in training, it could be painful, but it was sad. It really was sad. And then to find out they didn't draw enough blood, and then to find out had they drawn it right on the 26th, I wouldn't have had blood drawn at all today. That would have been just perfect. That would have been, I mean, it would have been get there, get checked in, get done, and over with. But the good news is all my numbers are good. My A1C dropped. She's happy with my weight. She said, whatever I'm doing, keep doing, which is playing golf. And I told her that I walk except for when we play the bigger courses. And that's because Mrs. K can't ride or can't walk. And we ride in the cart. So.
I got a my chart message from my doctor, and now he's worried about me. I might have another hernia. He said they're showing signs of it, a little one, but they weren't sure how far along it was.
She answered all my questions. I was really happy.
Your audio is starting out real low, and then
it jumps
after about a second.
On Zoom or on the stream?
On Zoom.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be. Again, nothing has moved.
It's okay right now, but the first word or two is like you whisper, and then all of a sudden it kicks in.
That's weird. Maybe there's an update to Zoom I'm missing.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Rick,
fine
did
for
you
now.
get your bicycle back yet?
Oh yeah.
Good.
There was an update to Zoom today. I just did it just before we got on, before I joined.
Don't need no more stinking Zoom updates.
Yeah, it's probably going to
Do it
kick
right
me
the
out
first time.
because the problem when you check for an update, it automatically starts updating it. Oh no, it says it's paused. Okay, cool. Let's see, why is it
Let me
paused?
see.
Oh, when the meeting ends. Good.
The latest is 5:14:11.
I just put in 5:14:10.
Yeah, it almost seems like they're trying to keep pace with Microsoft with their updates.
Well, what it is, they fix a problem they find and they screw up something else in that fix.
Yeah.
Is what goes on. And
So
I have
William is.
another piece of software I'm waiting to install after we're done tonight. It came out with a new version about 3 weeks ago, and there's been 2 repairs to it since then.
I was going to ask William if that's being done on his house or is that just in the neighborhood?
That's being done here. That was when they put the outside hot water heater in.
Oh, okay. Your water heater's outside?
Yeah,
Wow.
tankless.
Oh, how do you like it?
The things work fairly good.
You have like
Do they do it? Do they do that a lot in your area?
Not really. But it was actually $500 cheaper replacing it with the inside units.
I've seen a lot of
So-
tankless water heaters around here. They're all outside. I don't know why.
well, in
thought some
warmer
of them
climate
like
weather,
right
you
under
could do
your
that.
sink
We
or
like
whatever.
Rick and I couldn't do that because of where we live, especially Rick. I mean, he would have a outside frozen tankless water heater. I mean,
You gotta remember they use natural gas for a fuel source.
Oh,
Yeah, my mom just got her hot water heater replaced. Went from electric to gas.
Reminds me, I need to drain mine this summer.
Ours is gas. That's the
See
only
if
thing in
there's
this
any
house that
sediment
is
in the
gas.
bottom.
get all the calcium and crap out of it.
Yeah, well, we have hellish hot water here, and water heaters don't last that long, unfortunately.
But people do love the generator as a work table.
yeah.
Oh, you got an emergency generator?
Yeah. That's what that big white box is.
Yeah, Generac or?
Generac, yeah.
All right,
16K.
all right.
It costs 16K or 16,000 watts.
It is a 16,000 watts, 16K, because they got 20K, which is 20,000 watts. The prices reflect their numbers.
I go
Mr.
back
Rick.
July 5th, and then that'll be it for about, well, till September, and that's when I go back for my eyes.
Is that just a follow-up on your eye?
I guess the guy couldn't tell me because, like you said, that's a specialty clinic, and they don't have much to know about that, and that makes sense. I had an interesting conversation because after I got checked in and everything, I said, who do I talk to about these nonsensical letters you guys send me? And he literally laughed. He goes, I can help you with that. And then we got to discussing it. He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm a veteran myself. And he goes, and I get them. He goes, they're the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. Plus you get 22 text messages. You get 35 phone calls. I said, yeah, I do. I'm tired of it. He goes, yeah. He goes, basically, there's nothing you can do. I said, well, what I do is I don't answer the phone. He laughed about that. I said, I don't answer the text. He laughed about that. So it's just their stupid system. They literally, the right hand has no idea what the left hand's doing. It really doesn't.
But you know, with bureaucracies, I've found I just go with the flow. The hell with
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, now that I'm a whopping 64 and 1 day old, I'm starting to do that.
Does the left hand know what the right hand's doing?
No, I kid you not, they don't. I'm dreading the hearing test. My brother was telling me about it when he had his test. I said, it can't be that bad. He goes, oh, let me tell you. I said, what?
What can? I haven't had one in a long time. I used to get one at work every 2 years. I mean, a long time ago. It was a government contractor, and it was just part of what you got when you worked there.
Right.
No charge or anything.
Can you realize there's an online hearing test you can take it yourself? Don't use your headphones.
Well, to do it right, you really need to be in a soundproof booth.
Yeah. I mean, that would help. Yeah,
And
we'll see.
after
I
a
mean,
while,
it's no big deal.
Yeah, you may imagine you're hearing something, or I used to think so.
Yeah. I remember the days of taking them. The only thing she said that we had a little bit of a brief discussion on, she goes, oh, it looks like you're due your colonoscopy. I said, oh, no, I'm not. I had that
Oh, we have a
done.
new technique. This time we're going from the top.
And then she goes, oh, my mistake. I looked at it wrong. Yes, you're good till next year. I said, no, I'm good till 2025. That's what I was told, and that's what I'm taking it. Or was that Microsoft Windows update? I don't remember.
You probably had no idea what you were talking about.
Probably not, but she giggled.
You probably
so...
don't even know what a computer is.
No, they use computers, Alex. They have the little mini computers.
I know.
Bought them from Alex or from Carrie Holzman. About this big. Pretty impressive.
That's because all the hospitals just about have those these days, because all they need is something to connect to their big server.
Yeah. Yep.
The
A
hospital
lot
I
of
go
them use
to,
these little ones you fasten on the back of the monitor. So,
the hospital
yeah,
I go
I'm due for the colonoscopy thing this year. So,
Okay, Tim, go.
hospital I go to, they're all using mini PCs, Kaiser. That's the thing now.
Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out why I have black bars on the side of OBS that's coming through on the YouTube stream. I don't recall seeing those before.
Oh.
Probably have been there, but I just don't recall seeing them. If someone else joins, maybe it'll fill in the space. I don't know.
I've never noticed that before.
I noticed odd things. It's weird. I see.
There is a different color black than the other.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wasn't going to mention that because I thought maybe it was just my eyes.
well, it is.
Is
Rick, if you didn't see it in chat, happy birthday.
Uh-oh.
Yep, thank you.
I've got a request for a Da Vinci project progress. Good Lord. I'll be here, but I'm not going to show my business on the phone here.
I hope not.
Did you get a lot of smoke up there, Rick?
No, not today. We got a little bit when Canada was on fire, but wasn't maybe 3 or 4 days of haze.
Several states
in Georgia.
A lot of states are having air quality problems. Guess the stuff's more widespread than I realized.
We had a lot of smoke today.
There's smoke in Virginia and North Carolina.
Maybe it won't be bad. Well, it burns my nose and burns my eyes.
You know, when Canada had their bad fires, the smoke got really bad down here. Some days I didn't want to go outside.
I got what, 400 fires going?
Gee whiz.
It's a mess.
It sounds like it. Sounds
Not
terrible.
cool. I wonder if we're helping them out any.
Yeah, I got a letter from B.H. Ringer, email, not a letter, I got an email from him about a week ago, and he said that they have firefighters there from, I want to say New England, New Hampshire, and I think it was Connecticut. They're helping him out. and that there would be more on the way.
That's a lot of fires.
Well, yeah, and usually when you think of Canada, well, at least when I think of Canada, I think of cold and snow and everything else, but I guess they're seasonal like we are. They have spring and summer and fall, just like
Yep.
we do. Matthew
Yeah, but
Camp,
it
hello,
doesn't get
Matthew.
hot.
Whoever said the last saying, I cut you off. I'm sorry. Please say again.
Unusually hot.
Is it? Oh, Bobby did not lose his service today. Damn it. I had just the perfect intro in case you were first again for that. Matthew Camp joins us. Hello, Matthew. Not much going on in chat today. I'm invisible. Didn't you know that? I'd like to be invisible. Yeah, Tony.
Maybe, Ken, have you thought about maybe there's not much going on in chat because you're turning into your favorite three words is after the string.
I don't know. Ask chat, not me.
Mike's doing that
You're,
again.
you're low again.
I'm not. The only thing I did was I answered something on my phone and looked down, and then I haven't moved. If the mic is cutting in and out and it is plugged directly into the PC, then I'm going to have to do some research to figure out what's going on.
If you don't speak for a while, it starts off low and it's like the microphone is being activated after a while, kind of. And
Maybe it
gets
has
louder.
something to do. Maybe it has something to do with the setting automatically adjust microphone volume in Zoom. That setting is checked by default. You may want to uncheck that option.
Thought we just went over my microphone settings the other day, didn't we?
Jesus.
At least I thought we did.
It's one of them little dogs running around in there.
Probably. It says automatically adjust microphone volume. Is that the
That's
one you
what
want me to
that's what I
uncheck?
mean. That's what I mean.
All right, I'll uncheck it and we'll see how it goes. That's how I feel.
I want to write a comment.
Wintermute, I sent you an email. If you get a chance, please take a gander at it. Oh, and by the way, we did go to Dairy Queen and we bought a medium blizzard, and I ate exactly 10 spoonfuls, whatever that is, a teaspoon. I don't think it's much bigger than a tablespoon of the blizzard. I was very diligent about not going overboard with it, even though I had my doctor's blessing to go and have a blizzard. And it was good.
You're doing the right thing. I'm happy you're doing things in moderation.
Yeah.
What kind was it?
It was the new one they're advertising on TV. I can't think of what it was called.
The one that has soft serve ice cream in it, Alex.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
only-
always get the Reese cups.
No, it had it had Oreo cookies, a brownie, and there was supposed to be something else, but I never did. Of course, like I said, I only ate 10 spoonfuls, so it may have been in there. I don't know.
They have one that simply has Oreos, right?
They do.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the only one I've ever had.
My favorite blizzard is turtle pecan cluster.
That's mine too.
I love that one.
Good one.
But Mrs. K wanted to get this, and that's what we got. And since I knew she was going to be eating the majority of it, that made sense.
I wish we had a Dairy Queen here.
So Mike Wojak is saying they've brought firefighters from South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and the U.S. To help with the
Mike's in Canada.
fire. Mike, are you in Canada, Mike? I honestly have no idea. No idea. And it's, I guess rumored they're coming from France as well.
Wow.
Wow.
Wintermute, thanks for the help this morning.
Yes.
So you got me back. I'm no longer blocked. That little test worked out.
Yeah.
Cool. If I make
It
it to
was,
Doug's tomorrow,
blocked
I'll
in-
test it.
It was blocked in all of Google, not just the YouTube Studio. You go to YouTube Studio, that's if you're blocking somebody from your creations.
Okay.
But
Sean.
Wintermute pointed me at the entire Google block, anything they own, apparently.
Okay. Hello,
So it's nice
Jose.
to know that, actually.
And it did reduce the black bars on the sides when Jose joined. They are now practically non-existent. So that has something to do with how OBS is interpreting the window of Zoom. Even though I have Zoom full screen, it's still showing that.
And you're back acting up again.
Yeah, it's still.
I
doing
don't
it.
know what it is. I'll have to do some research. Hello, Jose. You're in a, are you in a different place or is that a background? Oh, here we go. I see the eyes rolling already. Another clock may be, okay. Okay, cool. I reached out a request for Wintermute to help me out here on something. Doggone it, I gotta not mute, but put my avatar back up. Of course, it is a project in DaVinci. I may do that live tonight on the after stream, right, Greg?
No.
Greg, you didn't even take a millisecond to think about that. You're like, no.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
All right, Rick. Happy birthday. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Be safe.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow
Happy
night.
birthday.
Oh yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Rick.
All right.
Bye.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Chris.
I seriously was going to put together something, but I ran out of time. Just got home, was worn out, laid down. Before I know it, she's waking me up to take her to work. Got home. The movie Limitless was coming on. I sat there and watched it for probably the 15th time. And then Alex called me. And I had to cut him short because I looked up at the clock and it was 8 o'clock. And it usually takes me between 40 and 45 minutes to set this up, believe it or not. And then I got tied up with the OBS things. So
Yeah, that's right. You cut me short, and then you want me to speak till after the stream. So
this is not a tech channel. That's not. I don't. I didn't. You're right. And if you need a tissue, I'll get you one. We'll discuss it later. Ken's Verizon website was tricky when I ordered my watch. I didn't know. Oh, so you got an Apple Watch. I didn't get my Apple Watch, by the way, for the perfect attendance Mrs. K had last month. That was kind of frustrating.
What were they supposedly offering a prize for that?
Yeah, one of the prizes, it was 2 prizes, and one of the prizes was a Apple Watch, and I forget what the other one was. Something.
Other prize was probably an extra day of work with no pay.
Yeah, no, that they asked her to work last night. You guys knew that. She called me tonight. She didn't text me tonight. She called me tonight and was begging to work tomorrow night. I said, do what you want. I don't care. I said, the 4 hours that they want you to work seriously doesn't amount to all that much. But if you want to work. I don't care. I wanted to play golf, but golfing's not going to go away. I'll golf when I want to golf. And then she said, okay.
What she's going to get tomorrow wouldn't be overtime?
No, it wouldn't.
If it was overtime.
Well, sure, if it's overtime, it's time and a half, and it does add up. But no, it would not be. She's only scheduled 3 days, which is 36. She went in 4 hours early the other day, so that puts her to 40. She's going in 4 hours early on Saturday, so that puts her to 44. So she's got 4 hours of overtime right now.
Well, then this other one wouldn't count as over. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, now that I've sat here and did the math, it would have, but she doesn't need to know that. So if Mrs. K is watching this, I was right with my earlier math. This math is wrong. Finally, I think she kind of caught the frustration, and about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes later, she said, I turned it down. We'll go play golf. So, and she wants to play golf tomorrow. So I'm going to call my mom first thing in the morning and see if I can borrow her golf clubs. They're ladies clubs or women's clubs or however you want to call it. She could play with the clubs I have, but she would have to choke down so far that it would be ridiculous.
They have clubs for women.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Shorter, right?
They have, do what? Yeah, they're generally shorter, generally lighter.
Huh.
They have clubs for kids.
Yep.
They have clubs for kids as old as 3 years old. It's just amazing where the what.
Well, wasn't it you that showed us the video of that little kid playing golf?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, actually.
Yes, it was.
I shall return. I'm being paged to take the dog out.
You got your dog on a paging system now. That's pretty elaborate.
Well, he's whining outside my office door.
There you go. There you go. How are you, Jose? Still busy? Jose's frozen.
Frozen?
He looks frozen.
What the heck?
He does appear to be frozen, and I'm going to check to make sure I'm not frozen by putting the avatar on. Oh, that was interesting. I'm not frozen, but right before it put the avatar up, it buffered. There, he's back. Maybe is my system frozen? No, I'm good. I don't have any problems with my computer system.
Understatement of the century.
This is a perfectly good system. I reached out to Kerry Holzman on advice. He said I needed one thing, and he sent it to me in the mail. I put it on the side, and it runs so much better now.
A Go Fast Me sticker?
That's what it was.
Cool.
Yeah, and he signed it.
Nice.
So not only does it go faster, but with the extra signature on there, it goes faster even more. William, are they still out there working on that, or have they gone?
No, that's been done, and that's a recording talk system.
Oh, okay. Looks like you got some nefarious activity going on in the background there now. Or a ghost, one or the other. Take the hand off of there. I keep forgetting that shows up every now and then.
That's probably a moth flying in front of the camera.
Yes, Roy said, now that Rick has left it, I noticed the borders. Yes, I do notice that the borders did increase. So it's just the way that OBS is interpreting the Zoom window. And I bet you if I were to reduce this down a little bit, let's see what happens there. Oh yeah, they got like double maybe in width.
Wider, didn't it?
Oh yeah, way wider. Not only that, but Sam, myself, and William's boxes are cut off, so that's why I've been running it full. So now it should go back and be thinner. Yeah, and our full boxes are showing. I might get around to fixing that one of these days or figuring it out. I don't know.
That's got to figure how much the 326 gigabytes I want to get rid of off the drive.
I might do that tonight. Taking stuff off my phone before I get that dreaded, you need to buy more data again. Plus, I've got stuff on there I don't need. Some of the pictures that Lauren and I share back and forth are just ridiculous. At the time, they seem like it makes sense, but they're truly ridiculous. Roy says, if it ain't broke, that's true. So, Alex, you said there was a YouTube for the mobile app update today?
According to my old phone, there was, and I'm looking, doing updates on my current phone now, and it just installed one. So yes,
So when you went to your old phone and you went to the YouTube, it just said there's an update available, or how did you know that?
it just said there was an update available, and I tried to install it, and it didn't install. But needless to say, I was able to get nowhere.
Hmm.
Me doing a factory reset of the whole thing, clearing out everything on the phone, just made it worse because now it won't even update to the latest version of the Google Play Store, so I can install anything. But I do have to hand it to you. You did give me one piece of advice that worked.
What'd you do? Remove the SIM card?
Remove the SIM card, and when I did that, it appears that the phone is staying connected on the Wi-Fi, but because I can't update to the Google, because I can't update the Google Play Store and download anything, nothing. Even the apps that are on there are so old that they don't work. It can't load Google Maps. Can barely load any website on Google on the version of Chrome that's on there.
Just an old phone. That's what it sounds like.
And what's funny about it is I've only had that phone since 2020. The only reason why I got this one in my hand now is because AT&T forced me to.
No, imagine that.
I gave my brother my old S20, and it's not connected to anything, so that's interesting. I hope it dies on him.
Because the only reason why I got rid of my old phone with AT&T is simply because it was not on AT&T's approved list of phones when they killed off whatever they killed off a year or so ago. So
Rand is asking, did you try to reset the YouTube app itself?
Yes. But after I took the SIM card out, it'll stay connected to the Wi-Fi, but like the Wi-Fi symbol on the top of the phone quit going away and it stayed on. But now it won't. Now that I reset it back to factory, I can't get it to update nothing. It won't do anything.
You would think it would update.
And this is just a phone from 2020, so I would think, I've had this phone in my hand about a year and a half now, and it's still working. But then again, that other phone is not receiving any Google Play security updates or software updates or anything anymore. This phone in my hand still is. It gets a Google Play update, security update about once a month. They come out with an update, and so yeah, it's not really that big a deal. It's just I would hate it more if I still was using that phone, and
be a little bit more of a pain in the neck if you were still using that phone. That's for sure.
But I'm not, so it really doesn't matter.
I'm checking something on my phone.
It's strange that I factory reset it stays connected to the Wi-Fi now, like the Wi-Fi signal. But it can't load anything. And before I reset it, it was able to load stuff like YouTube.
Is that Android or Apple?
But it kept disconnected. It's Android.
Oh.
Like before before I reset it, it had more up-to-date versions of the apps that I put on there before, but it would not stay connected to the Wi-Fi, and now it'll stay connected to the Wi-Fi, but I can't download any newer versions of the Play Store or any apps. It kind of reminds me of my first iPad that I've got. I've still got it, but it's locked on like version 9, and the latest version is like 16. Mine that I have now is on 15, but the one that's on 9 that I is literally a paperweight.
Is that a Samsung?
No, it's an Apple. I had a first generation iPad, and it's literally a paperweight now because I reset it when I give it to the kids for them to use. But then when I reset it, I discovered it won't even load the App Store at all. It won't even load the App Store at all to be able to download anything.
All right, the creds are rolling, so let me give some shout outs to the few people I can remember. Ran Israel was here. It was good to see Ran. I appreciate you being up so early in the morning and joining us. Matthew Camp was here. He said, I have a Samsung tablet since 24 and haven't had an update since 2017, but can update from the Google App Store. Bobby Warren, Roy Kerr, Wintermute was with us in chat. Mike Wojcik joined us in chat. Tony Waller was in chat. He was first. Chris Garrett was in chat. Jim was there. Said he might join Zoom later, but he was kind of busy enjoying the TV. One Fish was there. Sam was with us. And I think I got everybody. Oh, wait, I didn't. And, of course, Greg Guy joined us. And we're going to give Greg a mathematic lesson tonight on how to count. Thanks, there.
Ready to say something.
I remembered. Got this big flashy note on my screen saying, mention Greg, mention Greg, mention Greg.
Hey, Ken, check your likes again. I think we have a nefarious person on the YouTube. Check my likes again because there's a nefarious person on the YouTube. Yes. All right, I have 8 likes. What am I looking for? Good night, everybody. Oh, and Wintermute. I forgot to mention Wintermute. Wintermute was there. I'll see Wintermute shortly on Zoom. We'll see everybody tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Have a great... Oh, don't forget Doug tomorrow. And those of you that partake in, don't forget Carrie's 14 streams you'll have tomorrow. See you tomorrow.